Okay,
Good.
here I am with my young apprentice. She's doing great. It's her first beehive. And now we're going to see if we have brood, if we have a queen that's laying eggs in her second super from where we put her in the beginning. This is the May introduction box. You can have a medium or a deep next, which is how they're growing their family. They have to produce another 10,000 bees from their package of 10,000 bees. So I'm expecting 20,000 bees in here now. And then that's May, June, and now July. After the 4th of July, I always say, let's celebrate and put our honey super on. This is where we're going to get honey. And these bees, because we're using small, medium boxes, might need a third because this makes up for a deep. And we don't take a lot of honey out of these too. This is for winter, but a third one would be very nice. So we have a whole month left to see what's going on. Okay, rock comes off.
Just
Just here.
stick it just so it's not at your not at your feet, not in your way.
And the cover. We use this cover. Use this tool to get it up. Okay, good. Upside down in front. So we can use it actually as a little table for our. And I'm gonna put some nails in this. See how it's going.
Yeah, I just hadn't done it
Now let's see. Well, these bees like propolis, don't they?
Yet.
See it? That's the goo. This is an antibiotic, and this is $40 a pound. It takes you all year to collect it, but this is valuable to herbalists who make tinctures out of propolis. It's good for your mouth health. So you just have to add this to a tincture, which is grain alcohol and propolis. I tell people to save these little marbles. When you get about 5 of them, you put them in grain alcohol for a couple of months, and this will become a tincture, brown. It will turn brown, and it'll be ready for use for wound dressings and etc. Okay, now when you take this off, you want to make sure you don't just yank it off. So I'm going to have the hive tool go in the corner. Go ahead.
It's stuck a little bit.
And just kind of wiggle it. Don't pick it up too much. There it comes. Okay, a little bit
It's
more.
coming. There we go.
You can feel it, but you don't let it drop once you lift it.
That
Twist his
side's
finger.
good.
Put your finger under it. Okay. And now take this hand.
Good. Yeah,
Loosen it here. And when it comes up, lift it up like you're doing a jewelry box, a treasure trunk. Yep. And don't scrape it. Just lift it right off the back. And it goes down in front. So the bees don't get nervous. And it goes up on its edge.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't upset them by
There.
getting smashed. And that way you don't smash them, see?
Mhm.
Look at that. That has gone crazy.
Wow.
Okay, now when you're doing a beehive, like you say, you don't want to smash them. She's really good about not smashing her bees. You have to take out one before you grab out another one because it's too tight and you will smash them. So this is called the hive lifter. The other hive tool, you have to dig in here and it's very hard to get them out. So this actually has a little puck on it that magically, watch, lifts the frames by pressing on the one next door. See that? There's a little hook on there that's actually using it as a jack. See how that's nice? Now this finger goes under here. And then the other side is stuck, of course. Maybe you push it down because I'm in the wrong spot to push
Okay.
it in. I've got this one.
Okay.
That's pushed with your thumb on top. Down in there. There it goes.
And
Okay,
then-
now press it backwards until it hits the other one. And you gotta
then
push it just
slowly
very,
lift it up.
very slowly. Beautiful.
She's so good.
Oh gosh. Now stick your finger under it. Now grab the tool.
Okay.
Now we've got, if you only have one person, of course, you have to put your hand over here. Let's practice. Right, and very straight up. This is your first frame. This is the tough one. And if you touch it over here, you will probably not aggravate the bees. Look at that. And the bees are smart enough to make a space big enough for them to fit without killing them. Let's see, loaded with honey. Want to see? This is honey. Be careful when I put it down so you can see. Look! And it's good to have honey on the edges. Now this is what you get to do. Watch this. This is always fun. Okay. What do you think?
Oh, that's really good.
Now, we're not aggravating them terribly because we didn't really make a big mess. Like you say, you don't want to make a big leak.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun to... Here, Mrs. Video. Look, it's gone.
So good.
Now, we don't want to put that back in because we have left room to move the other frames. So these guys have to go with their friends down here. And see how I'm putting it up when it's in so I don't smash them? If you put it down, see how they're hanging on the bottom? You'll smash them down here. See this? You never put it that way because see how many bees are going to be in jeopardy? But here, they don't really hang out on the end bar. So that's perfect. Now, how are we going to look? We have to spread them out. So any tool can do this. To make sure you're not smashing them because if you're pulling it without smashing them, just a bit apart.
Do you want the smoker at all?
And now we're going to put some smoke in there because we always want to make sure the bees are thinking more about, this is kind of scaring them into thinking there's a forest fire. And they don't smell us now, see? Now our smell's gone.
Yeah.
Now you can do this side. Okay. Push it towards yourself until it breaks away.
There we go.
Now we can try that lifter thing again, which is backwards. Great. Okay, you grab your end. Grab my end. And it's pretty loose now. Now we're going to see if there's babies on here or honey. Because we're looking to make sure the queen is continuing her family. You want to see brood in the middle. Okay, yep. Looks like it's 100% honey, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the other side. Over here. Whoop, all honey.
Honey.
It goes down. Only take out one at a time, otherwise it upsets them. We're trying to leave that as number 1 now. So push it toward number 1 instead of number 2. And try to use your fingers over here. It's less dangerous. Even with gloves, so you don't want to smash them. Here's number 3. Good. And you pull it. Just breaks
There we
away.
go.
Like it's kind of like it looks like you get some kind of taffy in here because these bees. Propolis is an antibiotic, and they stick it everywhere to keep their hive healthy. And down in here, there's really no bees you're going to smash in the edge there. But if you put this in the middle, it would be just a big polarity. They would be upset if you smash them down in here with that tool. Or if you break too much honey. We just took a little taste. Up. So you can put your hand over here now because it's a safer place. Yeah. Good job. What do you see? Just honey, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's uncapped on this side.
Oh, uncapped honey. Okay, so this is called wet nectar.
Oh, wow.
So wet nectar is, they haven't quite capped it yet. But let's also see, we could have brood in there, right? Nope, it's all wet
All
nectar.
honey.
So it goes back down, number 3 becomes number 2. And when you drop it, you drop one hand at a time. Yeah, perfect. So this one, your glove's gonna get stuck, that's okay.
Yeah.
And this hand comes over here and kind of helps you get that glove out. And then we just, now when you look down in here, make sure you don't smash anybody. So I blow on them. Or you could smoke.
Do you need more sticks?
My end's okay.
Okay, then we go boop.
Do you want more sticks than that?
This is number 4. We need the lifter. It's just
Yeah.
sticky. And make sure you hit. No, you missed it. Okay, good. Perfect. How careful you are. It's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and grab this one. Good job.
There's
What do we
brood.
Fabulous. This is what we want to see. Remember I said frame 4 or 5. This is called capped brood. And the honey, of course, is where it belongs.
Yep.
Left and right. And the brood is kind of that natural
middle.
shape we were talking about. It's like a half moon. And that's why all the natural hives, you'll see that shape because that's what they learned to do millions of years ago in a tree. Now the other side, you just kind of see. And if you have to rest it, you can rest it on the corner if you want to make sure that there's nobody there. You can rest it right there, just one corner. You want to peek. That's very nice. Okay, capped brood. So that means your queen, larva and eggs. This is capped. We cap it after 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it hatches in 3 weeks. 21-day cycle. So you're going to have more bees in here. Woo! It's already probably, I think there's close to 30,000 bees in here.
Wow.
So they're doing what they're supposed to do. They have to get up to 40, 50,000 bees for a good
Okay.
population for winter time. See if we see some babies. But if you only see capped brood, that means that the queen is waiting for these to hatch before she comes back up and reuses these combs again. So she could be down here. But this time of year, I don't upset them by looking. As long as I see that she's got a family growing, I'm okay with not looking at every single one, right?
Mhm.
Okay, grab that one on there. I like the way you're holding it. Don't you see this little finger coming out? That's called cup of tea.
Yeah.
More brood.
Mhm.
Any empty holes that we
There's,
can
it can't
Yeah,
be-
there are
look the
some.
larva?
Yeah, I see some.
Oh, good. Let me show the video, people. The larva. Oh, swell. Boy, you got. You know,
Look at eyes.
I need my eyes back. So nice. You don't have to have your spectacles. I need my spectacles. And be very careful when I look. This is all honey.
Mhm.
But
That's
over
all honey.
here,
I
you'll
see
see
some on the
larva.
other side.
Right here. And I'll rest it here so you can see. This is the capped brood. This is the larva. You see it?
Can't, I think so. It's hard with the sun, but cool.
So now we just assume that there's larva or honey and the next one's over. Always put it back the way you found it, which is honey toward the honey and brood toward the brood. Great. That's excellent. So now just because we're showing people and beginners stuff, this is something that I wouldn't tell you to do because they're just starting to get aggravated, and I want you to listen for the sound. I'm a music teacher, so I can tell when they're getting aggravated because the pitch goes up.
Mhm.
You know, when you're singing, you go, low note, high note.
Yeah.
It's getting a little high. And that's their voice saying, like, you know, how long are you going to be company? Can only stay for so long. It can be very nice company, but it's time to go home. And this hive definitely needs a super. Big, don't you think?
Yeah, because you're running out.
Because this was making believe it was too deep. So we really need the
Another one.
honey super on because we want to have some for us, right? And like you read on all your blogs that you don't take honey out of a beehive the first year.
Mhm.
That's true if they don't make any, and it's different parts of the country that we would have to make that determination. Whoops, it's not quite in the right spot.
Oh,
See
a
now
little
you've
more?
got, you've gouged honey. I see.
Oh.
It was in the honey, so it has to go in to
And
the left
over
of that
here.
wood
Oh, got
thing, where there's no honey. Perfect. Right, fast. I'm glad you made that mistake so I could tell you.
Yeah.
Mistakes is how you learn. Look it! Just tons of babies. It's all capped. See if you see any oh my goodness! What a nice queen. Isn't that beautiful? Any
Yep.
30 frames.
Mhm.
This is considered deeps if there's two. So 6 and 6 is kind
Okay.
of deep. So I would call the 30 frames, but it's really 20 frames worth of family. Okay, perfect. Goes back down. And someone asked me the other day, can I take some of this honey out? Well, I have no problem. If you want to take a frame of honey out just to try it out, that would be this one, right? Because we could ding it up a bit, taste some, just for the fun of it, so your family gets to try some, and not really mess the bees up too much. So how would we do that? First of all, brush the bees back into their house with a bee brush,
Cleaner brush.
which would be fun, huh? In the meantime, this is a trick I learned. You take, instead of going back one at a time, because it took a while to get this way,
Yeah.
and we're worrying about smashing them and all that, which we were discussing that you're worried about. So one of the best tricks I ever learned was when you go back, as long as you don't smash the bees, if you go right here, just about an inch down, look it, you can push
You can push them all
them
back.
all back at the same time, except for this spot is the bad spot, okay? So that's where you can push, and I'll puff. Okay,
Okay.
ready? All the way, all the way, all the way. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, now
Now other side.
you puff and I'll push, just so you
Okay.
get the experience. Here I come. Not there, right? It's gonna be, that's the death camp. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to squish
That's
them
where
there.
they're gonna be if I start mashing them. Okay, here they come. It's door closing. Look out. Look out, bees. Okay, it's right there. Look out, look out, the door closed.
Okay.
Right in this one, it's pretty good. But now, do we have enough room to put that frame back in? This is the measuring stick. In your tool, even though it's not this tool, has a measuring stick here. So let's measure. Is there room? Yes, would be.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there room here? Not quite. So this has to be
Moved over.
just a bit more pushing, because there's nothing worse than boom, boom, boom. No, it's very, very upsetting to them. And this is what you were talking about. How much of the stuff should I remove? Well, I don't remove much unless I think it's going to smash somebody. And I do sort of right along here, below those guys, so they don't get squashed by my tool. And this is all propolis for experimental tincture. Good. Now what are we going to do about the honey? What do you think? You want to steal some?
Sure.
We don't call it stealing, we call it rent.
Yeah.
They're like tenants, they have to pay some rent. So if you want to, we can put another one in here and take this one in the house for our extraction. Or we can just cut some of it off and bring it in the house with a peanut butter jar. What do you want to do?
Why don't we do that? Because I don't have
I think this side.
Yeah. I think.
So I don't
Yeah.
dare. Well, I could. Because you want to put this where the queen can find it. And she won't find it if it's
And
just
they'll
going to get
build off
honey,
of it.
more honey on it. Let's give her some space. So what we're doing is we're giving the queen a little bit of like, woohoo, there's a new living room couch. This is the scary part because I measured the other one, but I didn't measure this one. Let's see.
Yeah.
I should
It should
Oh, and
fit.
I was gonna show you how to get rid of this stuff.
Oh, that's perfect. That little.
This little
edge.
tool,
Yeah.
but your tool does the same thing. It just kind of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try scraping that junk over there. I'll hit this
Here, once you can, yeah.
As long as they're in the mood to have us poking around, but if they were starting to get aggravated, I would say, let me do this next time. But you know what's today? It's a beautiful bee day because it's called low humidity. Nice day. The bees are
Okay.
foraging, so they really don't have a lot of interest in us right now because they have plenty to share at this time of year. But if you did this on a rainy day
They
or a
wouldn't be
cloudy
happy.
day, they would be like, get out of here, that's ours. But they're in a sharing mood today. Now one side goes down before the other side, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you use your thumb. And you're not going to smash anybody because they're so tight.
It needs to move over.
Now this
way a bit
one-
more.
Yeah. You take this,
Mhm.
and your tool will do the same thing. You just move it over like
Yeah.
that. Go ahead. Toward me. Okay, now down.
That should be good.
Use your tool now to press it.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect. Look at that.
Good.
Nice. Now the bee brush is what we use to wipe these bees off. Sometimes I put it here, sometimes I go like this. Do you know what this part is for?
Tools.
Okay, brush.
Okay.
Now, I know you've been brushing bees, but there's nothing that aggravates bees more than being brushed on their backs. So they really hate it.
So just
So when you
gently
brush
push
them,
them in.
you can't paint them. Brushing is flipping, never painting.
yeah.
Aggravates them. Okay, go ahead. Stick them in there. Nice. 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 And they don't get upset with us. And if they get stuck in the brush, knock them off so you don't rub somebody's head
Yeah.
into some other friend. And this is a good idea, just, or you can tap it on that building over here. Okay, now we'll turn it around, look. And another way to get them off, which is very dramatic, is to just make sure you're not smashing any, but it's called whacking them off. Then you don't have as many to brush.
Yeah.
Okay. And I always tell beginners to suit up and use gloves.
Yeah.
Okay? But I mean, I'm having a very good day with the bees and they're not feeling like they're gonna be aggravated with me, so I don't mind if they fall on my hands. I could tell immediately if they were gonna be aggressive. I wouldn't have bare hands. Look at, they're eating that little glob that we
Eating
made.
the honey.
They're trying to fix our glob. There's some there.
Okay.
Knock the rest off like this. And that, what happens is they will immediately come back. So this is called hide it. Now we're going to put another soup on in there. Very exciting. And only putting
Move it
9
here, Bridget. You got a whole bunch on this side too.
And
Yeah.
the-
because
Yeah,
we're coming
beautiful.
back with the one that we're extracting.
Okay.
Coming back with that leader.
Okay.
So there's 9 with room for the 10th one. And the bee brush is important now. Because this way you don't want to smash anybody.
You don't want to smash them on the edge.
You know the edge.
You got
So
that?
you brush them toward
Yeah, I'll
the
take
hive.
the-
That's not.
Oh,
You
toward the
brush them
hive?
in there.
Here, there you go.
Because they wouldn't
There we go.
live in
Beautiful.
there. They don't want to be on the outside. Brush them toward the hive. Good. Now, let's put this on. Put the brush down. And I'll show you how to put this on without squishing
There you
anybody. On. You can grab the handles. Always grab the handles. Because under here you're going to get in trouble. And it goes very carefully. You watch your side. And then we go down.
Yeah.
Kitty corner. This is called kitty corner.
And then
because
you turn it when there's no
nobody's
bees.
in the way right now.
Yeah.
So smoke and brush.
Okay. I do have
And
some on this side. Some
You're
on
gonna
the other.
smoke your little guys out of the way. And then as they move, and as I brush them, I'm gonna move this an inch.
Okay,
Okay,
they're
go
all
ahead.
good on this side.
Move an inch. And then we'll think about it some more. Where is any other danger over here?
Here, let me see the brush.
Right there.
Good over here.
Him. He's like stuck. Oh, there we go. Should be okay.
In. Inch. This is where they get in danger. Make sure you don't come off that end because they'll
Yeah.
start escaping. Perfect.
I'm good on this side.
I'm good. We good?
Good over here.
Yep.
Right into spot. Okay, come more toward me.
Yeah.
Squishy, squishy.
There we go.
Yay! Did we squish anybody? Not one.
Okay.
Now the cover. This is a trick.
This anymore.
Yes, you do. Look
you
at it.
Oh, you have to smoke them off.
Look
the
at
top.
this. This is a big disaster. So this, since we don't have any bees in here,
Yeah.
we just knock them in there. This is like a package. You ready?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you do it. 1, 2.
Knock them off.
Don't squish anybody.
I don't
It
want
has
to
to be
squish
over
them off.
here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, now
There's not many more on this side. So.
this is upside down now because this is called the summer way, and that's why they're building stuff up here because it was on the winter way.
Okay.
So it goes on upside down in the summer. We did have those squares up now because you don't want this happening anymore. We did have it on upside down when you're feeding bees because it just makes sense to not have them clog up when they're trying to drink the jar. But now the feeders are gone. There's plenty of bees down here to build without additional food. We have them before. Very good rainstorm the other day, which means the plants are full of nectar. They didn't get some of those off. This is always, you take a peanut butter jar out to the beehive with you, save everything. Because even if you didn't want to use it, you don't want to throw it in the ground because skunks will be attracted to it and come
Oh,
and eat
really?
your bees.
Yeah.
Skunks like just hanging up a hive, so you don't let them know where it is. That, on the
Oh,
edge,
right.
big mess.
Can I use this?
You know, that's not the
Pressure.
problem because that's not going to stick up your. This is going to stick your
Yeah.
outer cover, so it goes this way. Your outer cover will never come off. We've had trouble with that here before.
Yeah.
Don't you love your new cover?
I do. It's so nice.
And this is
Okay.
better.
Yeah, it's all better.
We need to get that so
Yeah,
really
I'll
right.
get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. See, make a little ball of stuff. But the propolis doesn't go in with the beeswax. So the propolis is.
Goes in with the other.
What happened to my
propolis.
marbles?
I have it. Oh, I don't know where they are.
They were on here. Here's some more propolis. That goes in a tincture, and this gets melted into
This is just a ball of beeswax.
that's beeswax.
Yeah.
It gets melted for a lip balm.
Mhm. There you go. Yeah.
This is propolis. What happened to my little balls? I see them.
They get squished under there.
Remember I put them here?
Ugh.
Under there.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
I'm gonna put them in a safe spot so I wouldn't forget to grab them. That's just gonna gum up everything.
Can you hold this ball?
Ball of wax.
Ball of wax.
Ah. And this gets nailed on.
Okay.
Yeah. That just keeps the rain from ruining your masonite. Nice.
Okay.
Now, look it. They're happily hanging out. There's nobody like upset anymore. A lot of bees there. Not all of them can fit inside because we needed more room. Because they were totally 100% ran out of any possible space. The queen is laying eggs in frames 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 approximately. We took one frame of honey from number 1, which we're going to only take a little bit off and put it right back because it's a little early to grab honey. And like you read, if you grab honey too early or grab honey when they can't afford it, they need honey for the winter.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful when we grab honey. But it's early. You can always give them back some sugar syrup.
Yeah.
We like the $10 a pound stuff, and we give them back the 50-cent stuff.
Yeah.
Should the little drawer in the back here be in or out at this point?
There should be no drawback there.
No drawer. Okay.
Is it there?
It is.
Oh.
It's come in and out.
Great, because it's a screen bottom board, and one of the benefits to a screen is, number one, you give ventilation to your hive in the hottest days, and number two, you catch mites with it.
Mites fall out and they can't
Not
get back in.
fall down.
Yeah.
But we have to put grease on that,
So that should be out all
Cool.
summer?
unless you're catching mites, which would be like August 1st. We can try catching mites, but we could take it out now, and I can show how to catch mites.
Okay.